Haha. Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty fantastic, thank you for asking. I found my T3i charger, which means we can use the T3i, which means there's no more but now I can't move again. So, here we are. It'll be fine though. I think the last video where I used the T3i, I think it was fine. I'm wearing Skylar's Overwatch jacket because I want one for myself. But like I don't need any more jackets, and like he has one, so I'm just gonna take it. There's something that I need to tell you guys, and I'm just gonna do what I did with Skylar, and I'm just gonna rip it off like a band-aid. I cut my hair like 10 inches, and it was not supposed to be this short, but it is. I don't like it, but I just have to let it grow out now. It's very short. It's very short. I feel like Dora the Explorer, but you know, it could be worse. It could be shorter. For today's video, for like the past 2 weeks, I've been dealing with Kate things. And one of those Kate things is shyness. My whole life, I have been shy. Until later on I found out I'm actually a shy introvert, and there's like differences because a shy introvert is like the worst thing you could possibly be. But what I'm going to talk about is all of my relatable stuff that deals with being shy. So without further ado, this is Shy People Problems. Gonna add in real quick, all of this is from my perspective. So, you know, some shy people may not have to deal with this stuff. Some shy people have other things to deal with. This is all from my perspective. Holding a conversation. I cannot hold a conversation to save my life. Like, I suck at it. It's not that like I don't want to talk to somebody, because I know I said previously I'm an introvert. I'm not rude. Like I just need to recharge after. I prefer not to socialize, but I have no problem with socializing. It's just I can't. For the life of me, I cannot hold a conversation. I can't. So, how's YouTube been? It's pretty good, you know. My channel's been doing pretty decent lately, and it's given me like a boost of, you know, motivation and confidence. That's great. Oh God, it's my turn. What do I say? The amount of times I've been in a situation where I'm like, I know I'm supposed to carry this. I know I'm supposed to say something else. What do I say? What do I say? And then it gets worse because I'll think of something to say, but then I overthink it in my head. I'm like, I should say this. This is the appropriate thing to say, Kate. Say this. Like, how's your job doing? It's not that hard. How is your job doing? 5 words, Kate. Ask. Just ask. That is how you carry a conversation. Just ask. Just ask them. And then I'm sitting there like, it's so irritating. It's so irritating. There's lots of downsides to being shy, but the one that bothers me the most is because I'm so shy, people automatically assume that I'm a snob, or that I'm like full of myself, that people are beneath me. And I have never thought that, nor do I ever feel that towards people or think that. Like there's nothing inside of me that's like, I'm better than these people. That has never been a thing. For me, I'm like, I don't know what to say to these people. Like, how do people just walk in a room and they're like, my name's Cletus, hi, how are you? How do you do that, Cletus? The fact that someone can walk in and just introduce themselves to me, that is mind-blowing. That is not a thing in my shy introvert self. And we're not even bringing in anxiety into this conversation. This is just being shy. Even like being introverted, it's not invited, but it's kind of gotta be invited. It's like when your mom makes your brother go with you to somewhere you wanted to go. That's what introvert is doing today in this video. I could think the world of this person, and they could look at me and be like, she doesn't talk to me, she doesn't even engage in the conversation, she's full of herself. I'm just shy. Oh God, this is one that gets on my nerves. When people ask why you're so quiet, I don't know, Elizabeth. Why are you so loud? I have nothing to say, I have nothing to add. I'm a good listener. I haven't found the right time to add in something, which we'll get to later. But for the most part, I just don't know. I didn't realize I was being quiet. Thank you for saying it to the world, Elizabeth. Thank you for telling everyone I was being quiet, Elizabeth. Thank you for putting it out there and making me feel embarrassed that I haven't talked. Now I feel like I have to talk. Thank you, Elizabeth. Carrying on from that, another thing that sucks about being shy is the fact that people will have a conversation and you have something for once in your life that you want to add into the conversation. You're going to be a part of this group and you have exactly what you want to say nailed down in your head so you don't screw it up. You're repeating it to yourself, you're all excited, you're not anxious, you're not nervous, you're ready to go with this conversation, and then you don't get a chance because everybody else is talking and they move on to a new subject and you're like, can we go back? I have a story. So I constantly deal with this issue and people question me all the time about it, like, you're so much quieter in person. But texting someone and feeling fine and open and like you can talk to them no matter what, and then hanging out with them in person and you're panicking, like, what do I do with my hands? How do you have conversations? I can't send memes out loud. That's not how this works. What am I doing? I don't know what possesses me. Like, I'm so good at texting people and holding conversations over texting. And granted, that's because I have time to respond to text, because, you know, you can go like an hour without responding to someone to come up with a response. Whereas as in person, it's like, hello, Bert. Hello, Ernie. Nice weather we're having. Indeed. Get a look at that new episode of Sesame Street? I did. Good episode. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where I was going with that. Got a little carried away. Don't even know what I was talking about. Moving on. Sometimes I can do this, most times I cannot, but leaving a voicemail is the hardest thing for me, because I know what I want to say. I don't even like calling to begin with, but like leaving a voicemail, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna say, hey, this is Kate, I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be free on the 7th if you are down, and I have that in my head. And then it's like, please leave a message after the beep. And that beep is like, go now, say it now, go now. And on top of that, getting calls and you have to answer them. This is anxiety sneaking in, isn't it? Go back to your corner. Go back. We don't want you here today. Shoot. This happened to me in school all of the time. And it's when you finally speak and someone goes, oh, she talks. Well, no shit, Sherlock, I talk. I just didn't have anything to say to you. And then I did. And now I don't want to talk anymore because you gotta point it out. Weird how that works, isn't it, Cheryl? This literally happened to me yesterday. Your friend leaving you with their friend that you've never met. So now it's Kate and Paul. I don't know anything about Paul. And again, we're gonna go back to the first problem. I don't know how to hold a conversation or technically start one. Anything of conversations, like what, you can't just sit there in silence because I don't have that connection with you yet. I don't know that about you yet. It takes 4 seconds for a silence to become awkward, and I'm already on second 5, and I don't know how to start a conversation, and now I feel like the time has passed and I can't start one without it being like extra awkward, so I just sit here in silence. You're on your phone now. We can be having a cell phone party. You wanna play a cell phone party? Dear friend, please come back. Ah yes, this one's a classic. Getting your mom to order your food for you. And when you get older and you have to move out and then you make, friends somehow magically, and then you somehow magically get a boyfriend, your boyfriend places all your food orders. Yeah, not proud of that one. This one happened to me in school as well. A lot. When you speak in class, the teacher calls on you and you're like, great. This is what I've always wanted. Okay. And then you tell the answer and like, oh, something, 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 Georgia. And you're like, Atlanta. And then someone's like, I can't hear her. Maybe if you stopped mouth breathing, Elizabeth, everyone would be able to hear. Unfortunately, this one still happens to me a lot, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to get other people to work on it with me. It's really difficult because when you're always the quiet one, when you're always the one that doesn't really talk, people forget you can talk and people kind of forget you exist. So when you do want to chip in and you do want to join the conversation, they like interrupt you and like talk over you, and then it's like you don't ever want to join in the conversation ever again. You don't even want to talk because what's the point? Like, are you even there? Are you worthless? Probably. Why is everyone talking over you? Because you don't matter. Your story doesn't matter. No one cares. Oof. Hey, anxiety. I said no. I said no. Another thing I struggle with is desperately wanting to make friends with someone, but you have no idea how to initiate it. None. Like, I can think of 3 on the top of my head right now where I'm like, I want to be friends with you so bad. I want to hang out. I want to make YouTube videos together. I want to go catch Pokemon together. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I do nothing because I don't know how to establish a friendship. How do we do things? Because I'm so shy and like I hate that, but I can't fix it. But like I can try to like make it better, but like I can't fix it. And some people understand that. Like, you know, that's how I have a boyfriend of almost 3 years. Like that's how he understands it now. And he gets it and he respects it and he helps and blah 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 blah. And but it's like I want friendship, but like how do I get the friendship? I want to be friends with you. I want to be friends with you. How do I start this? I liked your Instagram pictures. I like all of them. Please be friends with me. Do you ever get like this? Then do you ever get berated with the, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. This is just my face. And I'm not speaking. Just because I'm not speaking doesn't mean there's something wrong. I'm fine. Maybe this is just a Kate thing, but I hate shopping alone because then it's like the world wants to talk to you. And I don't know how to talk to the world. Another shy people probs is having like 2 friends. Like 2. Because over time, people fall out, people distance, people get in relationships, never talk to you again unless they need something. So eventually you lose people. And as a shy person, it's really hard to make new friends, as we've already discussed like 8 times. So you have in the end like 2 friends. This is the one that is probably the hardest thing for me to do. Networking. I know for most people, for some reason, they have no problem networking. Oh, I'm just gonna go to this business brunch with a few people. We're gonna make some deals. We're gonna do the booba baba, and then the problem's gonna be taken care of, and then we're gonna move on, and then I'm gonna add these like 5 people to my interface. I'm speaking words, I don't really know what they mean. What's that website called where LinkedIn? That's what it is. I'm adding all these people to LinkedIn. Can you add people to LinkedIn? I don't know what I'm saying. Networking. I cannot network to save my life because whenever Skylar is very good at this. We like to go to Funimation events because Funimation is awesome and we love the people there, and they invite us to go see movies and anime and all kinds of other stuff, and they're super great and I love them. So Skylar will take me as his +1, and then we meet new people, etc., etc. I say we, it's mainly Skylar walking up being like, hi, I'm Skylar, this is my girlfriend Kate, what do you do? And blah, 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 blah. Oh really, that's so cool. And then he can just do it. Like, I don't know how, but he can do it. But the point is like, he can do that. Me, if I went to like a Funimation event by myself, sometimes Skylar will try to network for me because I don't do it. And he'll be like, oh yeah, Kate does YouTube and she does Twitch. She has this many followers. I'm like, stop. They're all dead though. No, not like dead, but like they're inactive. So like, yeah, my channel's dead. Yeah, so I'm not that big of a deal. Yeah, I know it looks like a lot. Yeah, no, my videos. Yeah, piddleass. Yeah, that's my name. I'm piddleass. Yeah. Oh God, what do I say? Oh God. Oh God, just ask what they do. So, okay, just ask what they do. Ask what they do, Kate, just ask. So what do you, they're gone. Adding on to that, like how Skylar can just walk in and be like, hi, my name's Skylar, nice to meet you, blah, blah. For me, that, I cannot There's not been a single day of my life where I've walked in and been like, hi, my name's Kate, nice to meet you. I have never been that person to walk in and do that. Nope, that is not me. That is not me. I wish it was, but it's not, because like, do I introduce myself first? Do I wait till they introduce themselves? Do we have someone introduce us to each other? Like, does Skylar have to introduce me? This is my girlfriend Kate, or like, and then after the introduction, do I go in, do I shake a hand, or do I give a hug? And I know you're supposed to like read body language and stuff, and sometimes you can do that, but sometimes you're like, handshake! Yeah, nailed it. Alright, we're going back to high school because I just remembered this story, this nightmare of a story. So right, my junior year, I had just gone to a new school, so I was super shy, as you can imagine. And we were in my history class, and my history teacher did not like me at all. I don't know why. Probably because he liked people that talked and I did not talk, and he probably thought I was snobby, but I wasn't. I was just terrified of everybody in that school. Anyway, everybody, we did popcorn reading. Pardon my language, fuck popcorn reading. Holy shit. Fuck popcorn reading. I hate popcorn reading more than anything because you're reading along. You're having a good time. And someone's not the best reader, so they're taking their time a little bit slow. And then you're like, okay, I already read ahead. I'm just going to wait a little bit. And all of a sudden you hear Kate, and you're like, oh, I'm reading ahead. You know my name? In this history class, we were doing popcorn reading, and no one called on me. And it was great because no one knew me except for this one guy. His name was Michael, and I kind of had a crush on him, but like I didn't make it known because I was too shy, but like I think he knew because I'd stare at him all the time. But anyway, everybody had read, right? Everybody. I hadn't. Michael was reading, and then he finished his paragraph and looked around the room, was like, oh, who hasn't read yet? And that bitch, he looked at me and goes, Caitlin, I kid you not, everybody in the class just went and looked at me. And I was like, ah. And my teacher's like, have you not read yet? I was like, no. Read. I was like, okay. The Gettysburg Address. 7 years ago, our fathers. Michael just grinned and grinned, and he just kept looking at me, and I was like, you are mean. You are mean. Because after popcorn reading, you have to call on someone else to read. And everybody in the class had already read. And I know like Michael, and I knew another girl named Erica, and I knew like, that's it. That's all I knew. Was her name even Erica? Erin. Her name was Erin. I just remember Michael, okay? So I finished my popcorn reading, and then I was like, there's no one to call on. So I did the only thing I could think of doing as a very shy person. I called on the teacher to read, and he looked super shook, and he's like, tilted his glasses down. Did you call on me? And I was like, yeah. I'm gonna bring this up too though. I'm gonna bring this story up as well. I have like a little notepad that's got bullet points to help me down. This is not on there. I'm just winging this because I just remembered this. So I also had a teacher, right? I had another teacher. That was my history teacher, my math teacher. I had her for 2 years. She was the best. I loved her. So Mrs. B caught on pretty early in my junior year. I had her my junior and my senior year of math. And she caught on, like beginning of junior year, I was very shy. So for those 2 years, whenever there would be group projects, everyone would have to get into groups, and you know me, I'm just like, okay, group uno. She like caught on that I didn't really have people to work with, and I was too shy to go ask to be in another group and blah blah blah. So what she did was whenever she would call in the groups, immediately after she would go, Caitlin, can you come over here and work at my desk with me for a second? I would go over to her desk, look like I was busy helping her with something, but in reality, I just didn't have to work with a group. I love her. The last thing I could think of for my shy self that is just terrible is when your mom brings over her friends and then you're all standing there because, like, of course you're her kid and they want to see her kid, especially the daughter that lives in Los Angeles, and oh my god, you've gotten so much grownier, and wow, your hair. Are you married yet? You thinking about having kids? Married? I can see you're gonna get married real soon. Yeah. How about those kids? Your mom's been talking about some grandkids. Lauren, I swear to God, if you don't shut your mouth. I mean, you can't say that because you're shy, but you're thinking it. The amount of times when I go home, and like, I understand she means it out of good intentions, but like, my mom is one of the most not shy people I've ever met in my entire life. I don't know how she is the way that she is, and what makes it even funnier, she is so outgoing. Me and my two brothers are not. We are all introverted, we are all shy, we are all the complete opposite, we all look like this. It's hilarious. My mom's blonde and like happy and going, and all of us are just like, this is like when I'm glad my family does not watch my YouTube videos, because I would get texts being like, no, I'm not like that, I'm not like you. Those are all the things I came up with of being a shy person, struggling of being a shy person, growing up shy, everything about that. Whew. Is my life. Could you relate to anything? Do you have any stories of your own of being shy? If you're not shy, what is that like? Because I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Even like with alcohol, it makes it easier to talk. Still can't start a conversation, still can't hold a conversation. And the awkwardness is like tenfold, but I can talk, kinda, I think. Okay, this is a different story, but for Halloween I went to a bar. Kate came out, but anyway, she had a lot of conversations because I dressed up as Diva, but she had a lot of conversations with a lot of people about Overwatch, and it was very nonchalant, it was very relaxed conversations, but it's also kind of like, of course, out of all the conversations, the easiest one would be Overwatch, especially if I'm dressed up as Diva. But anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and all the fun stuff, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye! Ah yes, I'm back from outer space. Go and focus. Where's the focus? There we go. I will survive. Okay, sorry. Thank you.